What should be illegal but strangely isn't? MLM pyramid schemes should be identified, labeled, categorized and warned against. Ads with fake X out buttons. Having to pay child support to your rapist, because the rape produced a child. A parent signing off on their underage teen marrying an adult. It's only banned in 2 US states, insofar as I know. If a minor cannot consent to sex with an adult, they sure as shit can't consent to marrying one. A decade ago in my state there was a morgue owner who fucked the corpse of a homeless person. The cops arrested him but the DA cut him loose because, well, he hadn't broken any laws. Cannibalism is technically legal, but pretty much every way to obtain the body is not. It's not illegal to film up a woman's skirt in some places of the US. There are a lot of laws that haven't caught up to current technology. Like, things that should clearly be illegal but the law hasn't had time to be written and passed yet, or it hasn't come up. Paying employees a wage under legal limits because the employees get tips so the companies can justify not paying their employee. I don't mind tips and think they should be considered a bonus. I fucking hate relying on it, occasionally asking customers for extra money I should be getting paid already. Stealthing is still not illegal anywhere in the United States. To me, it's just baffling that there aren't specific laws against it. Basically, if a woman consents to protected sex using a condom, the guy could take it off and finish inside her before she knows he's doing it, with no legal repercussions. Lying by lawyers when purposefully done to subvert the law. For example, ever heard of a prosecutor go to jail for hiding or faking evidence etc. and sending an innocent man to prison or even death row? Taxing kids under 18. They can't vote. It's taxation without representation. Kinda ironic, eh? Abuse of non-mammalian or avian animals on social media platforms. The amount of clear animal abuse against fish, reptiles and amphibians on social media is insane. People just see them as different even though some reptiles are theorized to be more intelligent than some birds and mammals with data backing it up. Insider trading by politicians. When giving out cash bribes won't work, companies just tip off politicians of big news before it goes public. Senator Dianne Feinstein as well as several other members of Congress made millions of dollars before COVID from insider trading. Should also be illegal for officers etc. in a business to hide, cover up or withhold info that their product kills people and or affects the environment. The real issue, however, is selective enforcement. Lots of things are already illegal but the statutes are simply ignored. Police lying to suspects and their family members to get a confession or coerce a plea bargain. And drug companies advertising to patients instead of doctors. Deconstructed airline pricing. If I have to buy a seat after buying a ticket, what have they sold me? It's false advertising used to manipulate fare databases. While the laws have since been updated, in a case that came to be known as the Mr. Hand incident, it was discovered that Washington state had no bestiality laws. Apparently, nothing like it had ever happened before, which in and of itself isn't a bad thing. Mr. Hand answered an ad in the personals posted by some people that were pimping out their horses for people that were into such things. Mr. Hand died as a result of injuries sustained in a romantic encounter with a horse. When the authorities learned of Mr. Hand's death and the circumstances, police arrested everyone involved. Unfortunately, as nothing like this had ever happened before, no actual laws pertaining to such things existed, the DA couldn't do anything to the surviving culprits. In the aftermath, Washington state legislature wrote and enacted laws almost immediately. False rape allegations. In the USA at best, you can sue them for slander, but they won't go to jail for it. Radio ads with emergency sirens and car horns in them, because they pose a danger on the road. If somebody thinks they're being honked at, they might slam on the brakes or hit the gas when it's unsafe to do so. They should also ban radio ads with alarm clocks, crying babies, and song-based solicitations for car donations, for the sake of everyone's sanity. In my country, when you're under 15 you can have sex with anyone under 15, with consent of course, but not with anyone older. Paparazzi scum of the fucking earth, I swear. They're basically paid to harass people and make their lives miserable. Those mobile games that are super boring but have a premium subscription? My nephew's almost subscribed to a few of those game subscriptions on my phone because he doesn't understand it's bought with real money. Seems like a scam to me. In PA, if a parent is on the birth certificate and there is no custody order if they are an absentee parent, no contact whatsoever, never been a part of the kid's life due to their own choice, then they still have the right to just pick up the kid and leave. Even if it's 10 years later. Given, they can't just trespass and pick up the kid from their home. But say they are out with a friend, then it's fair game. Police won't and can't do anything. You have to go to court. Private banks effectively controlling the US Federal Reserve. They control the fiscal policy of the entire country and are printing free money for themselves, all of which fall on the taxpayers. When they still manage to go bankrupt, don't worry, they just get a huge bailout package, so they can pay themselves giant bonuses. It is absurd. There are these assholes that pose as your utility company representative that come to your place telling you that rates are going up and if you would like to lock in a low rate. They are not affiliated with the utility company and they want you to sign up on the spot so you can't read the terms. Essentially you transfer the billing over to them and they charge you some insane amount for the same service that's still provided by your utility company while taking a massive cut for themselves. Worst part is they target seniors and immigrants who don't know better. Making videos and taking pictures of your neighbors doing normal legal things in their yard just to upset them. This has been happening to me for 3 years. Oh no, I am taking out the trash. Better take a video. Oh no, we have not driven our cars for several months because of COVID. Better take a picture every week and send it to the town government to prove we have junk cars. I could go on and on. Oh no. He's changing a light bulb on a ladder. Better take a photo and call the police. Kind of a reversal of this. Until a few years ago, there was still a law on the books in the state of Missouri which allowed anyone to shoot a Mormon on sight. That police are allowed to lie to people about practically anything. And I'm not talking about legit reasons police need to lie to people, like when undercover or in order to delay someone in order to wait for backup, like during a traffic stop of a dangerous suspect. I'm talking about when cops lie about the law. Like telling someone what they are doing is illegal when it isn't in order to get compliance. Like telling someone it is illegal to video record an officer. Willy-nilly lying to the public only serves to degrade the public's trust of the police.